Yo guys, it's slyroh. Oh gosh, sorry, we're back playing some more Mass Effect Archive Rank Code. I hit continue and I forgot. I was like, wait, last time I saved at an auto save, which means that it's just gonna start doing stuff. And I panicked, but thankfully I hit record in time. We are entering the Mystery Labyrinth of Chapter 4, where there sure are going to be a lot of mysteries for us to labyrinth through. Oh boy. I don't know why I say it like I'm joking. I'm legitimately excited to see how this mystery pieces together.
Falling. Why can't it ever be a gentle landing?
Learn to float, nerd.
Oh, Vivia. This is called the Mystery Labyrinth.
Yeah, just yada yada through the explanation.
So, this place is a physical manifestation of mysteries from the case?
Wait, do you know about the case? I thought you like lose your memories and stuff and become silly.
You can tell? Oh, well, anyway, this actually isn't my forte. It's
due to the power of death. Her.
How do you know so much?
Huh?
So you really could see me this whole time?
He could?
Oh, because of his spectral projection thing. And I guess he could see other ghosts, including Shinigami.
It's due to my spiritual affinity.
Oh, or just because he's special.
I've been able to see otherworldly things. My forte was gained through training that innate talent.
Oh, makes sense.
Though, I wasn't able to see her clearly like this before. I could tell you were talking to some haze following you around. But that was it. Until one day, I used my spectral projection at the agency and saw that death got clear as crystal. After that, I did some research.
Ooh.
I discovered that the WDO Underground Book Vault held something called the Book of Death.
Okay, so what? You're only going to lose your memories about the case, but you know everything else? That's very convenient. I don't actually remember how it worked in the past cases, but that is probably true.
And also, that someone had taken it.
Did I take it? Before I lost my memories?
I don't know. Since you're a rookie, I doubt you'd have access to the book vault. Only a handful of people have WDO clearance for that.
Just a handful?
Anyway, you've been using this ability to solve the other cases up till now, haven't you?
Maybe.
Yeah.
So, this is also related to the mysterious deaths of all those culprits?
Yep.
My guess is clearing a labyrinth, a materialization of a mystery.
Vivi is quick on the pickup.
True perpetrator to die. If that's the case, you've killed a lot of people with your own hands, Yuma.
Don't say a lot. It's been like 5.
Well, I didn't really kill anyone. It's just what happens when...
Nope. I may be the one reaping their souls, but the blood is still on your hands.
What? Hey!
No point in pretending to be a goody two-shoes. You're risking your life to solve these mysteries.
Yeah, also, Yuma's kind of spent the whole game, like, after everyone being like, it's my fault that they died. It's like, it's an unnecessary thing, but it is on my hands. And now all of a sudden he's like, I didn't do it. It's not very consistent with what his character has been up till now.
I see. So you're determined to do this, huh? Sorry, but I don't think I have that kind of conviction myself. So, I think I'll take a nap here while you go and risk your life.
I don't think that's an option for you.
You can sleep if you want, but you won't be able to get out.
Is that so?
If you're not with Master when and if he solves the labyrinth, this place will collapse around you. Well, if you don't have any regrets in the real world, you're free to die here.
He does want to die someday.
Regrets? I don't have any of those. But there are still some things I've left unfinished.
I guess you gotta come along.
Especially after you exposed the mystery of this case.
Yeah, we'll see what happens then.
What do you mean by that?
I'll be perfectly clear. I'm just going to tag along. I'll leave the heavy lifting to you.
I don't care what you do, just don't get in our way. Well, Master, let's do the usual.
I feel like Vivia's gonna have like no reaction to anything we do.
Master, are you ready to give your life for the truth?
I am.
A little skipping the turnaround is the most important part. Followed by the dancing, the next most important part, obviously. It's what really loosens that sword up. You didn't have to make a sound when you reached inside your mouth. I don't know if I ever noticed that sound before, but it's not necessary.
Is that sword for cutting through mysteries? This place must be pretty dangerous.
I wonder if they purposely just left Vivia for last because, you know, they were gonna have to explain less and less to him, like, in character. It makes sense that he wouldn't really ask a lot of questions. And when you're in, like, the, you know, 4th/5th Mystery Labyrinth, it's like, you as the player don't really need much explanation. And you don't need to waste that much time explaining every little thing.
Is that key something like a clue for the case? Wow. Looks like you're ready to go.
Could you be more of a doubter? Whatever. I'm gonna ignore you. So let's go and unriddle this mystery labyrinth. Let's hunt down this culprit who preys on the truth.
Let's do it.
We have to walk? This is unbearable.
Just learn to fly or something.
Come on! You're bumming me out here.
I thought you were going to ignore him.
Yeah, something tells me that Shinigami is physically incapable of ignoring basically anybody. But definitely not Vivia. Guess she ignored me for a little bit.
Say,
And what was that, chapter
do you remember
3?
anything about the case?
2? All the chapters are kind of blending together. I was like, which one was which?
You mean Dr. Huesca's murder? Or are you talking about when Chief Yaku...
Wait, so you do remember?
Huh? You remember? Everyone else that came here lost their memories.
That's pretty rare. Must be because of his whole spiritual thing.
So he just gets to break the rules.
So the others lost their memories. That's why no one remembers this death god.
How rude of them. It's thanks to yours truly that those cases got solved.
That reminds me, I used my coalescence with Fubuki before Vivia. But Vivia is the only one who came into the Mystery Labyrinth.
I guess coalescence got overwritten. Maybe it only takes the most recent ability. I don't know either.
I didn't remember that. Was Coalescence the thing that was dragging people into the Mystery Labyrinth? They probably said that once and I just forgot that that was like the thing that dragged them in here.
You don't know? But coalescence is your power, Shinigami.
Relax, will ya? Minor detail.
You would have been better off with Fubuki. She would have been far more useful.
I promise you she would not have. She was not very useful in the Mystery Labyrinth.
It doesn't matter anyway. No one can use their forte here.
Oh. So now I really don't have to do anything. Thank goodness. What a relief.
I'm not sure how much your spectral projection forte would really help in here anyway.
Jeez!
Honestly.
Ever think your lack of motivation could be contagious?
Hey, relax.
Alright. Let's look at skills and whatnot before we get a move on. I have 6 SP. I can increase stamina, remove 2 incorrect solution keys. I mean, sure, why not? This costs 3. Why not? Might as well just unlock as many skills as possible. I can not quite afford that actually. I could do that. See, I have 3. Oh, this costs 1. The assist ability recovers even faster. Okay. Interesting. I mean, yeah, I can afford this and the extra stamina, I guess. Sure, why not? Sure. Because that costs 3. I mean, I guess I'll do what I can to, like, acquire all the skills. I only have, like, 3 or 4 more skills to get. Actually, if there's only 1 more Mystery Labyrinth, then maybe not. But if there's 2, I should probably look up whether this game has 5 or 6 chapters. I'm gonna assume 6? But, I mean, usually, if it follows any sort of formula, like a Danganronpa game, it'll be 5, and then, like, the last one is sort of like a special one that doesn't really operate under the exact same rules as the others. So if it's anything like that, then I don't know if we'll have a chance to get all the rest of the abilities or not. We shall see. But the more skills we get, I mean, the easier things get for us, which is good enough for me. I like trying to put things together in my head, and whether I need to decide between 5 different things or like 2 different things. As long as I figure it out and then piece it all together, the story and the mysteries is what intrigues me more than anything. Alright, what's the first thing we gotta answer? There's nothing there.
I wish they wouldn't spring out of nowhere like that.
I thought this labyrinth would only require your wits, but it looks like it's going to take more than that, Yuma.
Yeah, do I have to figure out the question?
Well, he doesn't have a whole lot of wits, so he doesn't have a choice.
What do?
Huh? Why didn't a problem appear?
Not only was there no problem, no choice appeared either. Master, maybe you don't even know which mystery to start with to solve this case.
That's probably true.
Yeah, there's so many unknowns. I'm honestly feeling lost right now.
Come on! You gotta know where to start with this stuff, or you won't be able to solve a single thing. Let's decide that for now. What's the first mystery of this case?
The first mystery is the fact that Dr. Wesker was murdered in a completely locked room with no way in or out.
Yeah, I think I agree with that. That's
doctor
the
was
biggest
located
mystery.
Deep in the critical lab, behind layers of security. And yet, he was found stabbed to death. We were the first to discover the body. At the time, we were controlling the robot, Amapel. Because of that, we were thought to be the culprits. But we obviously aren't. So how did the culprit get in and out of the doctor's lab? That's what I don't know.
Yeah, I still don't know about that.
The hitman, right?
I mean, I think that it's possible that the culprit, like, you know, solved the security stuff legitimately, but I don't know how. But then also, that doesn't explain how the culprit would have gotten out. So, I do not know.
I think so, but I'm not absolutely sure. Besides, even if the hitman did it, there's the question of who hired him. But there's no doubt the hitman stabbed Chief Yako. That's the only thing I'm absolutely certain about.
Are you? What if that's the first thing that gets disproven? Somehow. Oh, hello?
Peacekeepers?
Kanai Ward's garbage.
Oh my gosh, wait, why are you, like, here?
What are you doing here?
Yomi Hellsmile.
You're not even taking the form of some weird, like, monster or anything.
So the director of the Peacekeepers is here.
Maybe it's because he's already a monster.
Yeah, but he's just part of the Mystery Labyrinth.
I figured. In other words, he's a monster created from the labyrinth, right?
Right.
You pieces of shit.
Oh, okay, now he's becoming a monster.
Piece of Kanai Ward.
There we go. I feel like you need more color to you.
Seem like an easy opponent.
But we have no choice.
All the other monsters are usually a lot more colorful.
For everyone.
Like black and white with like silver hair or whatever.
You killed Dr. Wesker, didn't you? Turn yourselves in so I can torture you to death.
I will do no such thing. Alright. I assume we're gonna have a reasoning deathmatch here, so hopefully that can get the ball rolling on where we need to start with this. Because my goodness, it could be so many different options. That's a really cool weapon that you have swinging around there, though. I am a fan. Toxic gas property, Super Nompal's head.
You're the ones who killed Dr. Wesker.
Ooh.
You disarmed the security system to the doctor's lab.
No. Oh gosh.
And then murdered
I wanted to...
inside.
I took too long to slash at the pink.
Until you actually entered the lab, the security system for the critical lab stayed active. It's impossible to bypass the system while it's active. In other words,
okay, but hopefully
no one
this.
can enter the doctor's lab. There couldn't be an intruder.
I disagree with that.
This is the truth.
There we go. I was waiting for something very specific. I didn't think it was gonna be the toxic gas properties because I was like, that doesn't make sense to start with. We have to prove that there was an intruder in there.
When the body was first discovered, Amapal was about to enter the doctor's lab, but something bumped into it and knocked it over. In fact, there was a mark on Amapal's head, like someone kicked it. That mark wasn't there when we borrowed it. It's proof that someone else was in the lab.
You call that evidence?
Yes, actually.
Is bullshit the only thing that comes out of that mouth?
Alright, what else you got for me?
Don't make me laugh.
Okay, so this is just gonna be a repel.
Shit. There was an intruder? That's impossible.
It's not, though. Oops. I thought it was gonna be a little bit higher off the ground.
In fact, you proved that yourself.
Wait, go! Oh, wow, I was able to repel it the second time. That was really good.
What do you mean? We proved there wasn't an intruder.
You still don't understand? Don't make me laugh.
Were you just gonna say that, like, because we got in? Airlock decontamination device.
If there was another intruder.
Let's just kind of look at it. Floor plan of the lab is supposed to be a top secret file. Okay, that could be it. To prevent leakage. The lid is barred but has a hinge to make it easier to open and close. Alright, I think it might be the lab map, but we will see. Oh gosh.
Where did they go?
Where did they go?
By the time you arrived at the scene, there was no one else, right?
I agree with that. Maybe this airlock decontamination device is something. Ooh, okay, hold on.
This mystery.
Someone could hide in the airlock decontamination.
There's a hiding spot. It's inside the airlock's decontamination device. The vents cover can be easily removed, and there's just enough space for someone to fit inside.
Wait a minute. Wait a minute. No. No, this cannot be it. Okay, never mind. I thought it was gonna be really funny, but I immediately just disproved myself, like, in so many different ways. I was like, what if somebody hid in the airlock and then followed Amapal into the lab? But the only reason that Amapal went into the lab is because there was an intruder and we had to go check to see what happened to Dr. Weska. But then that also would not explain how. Well, actually, no, it could explain how the killer got out, because then the killer would be able to just go hide in there again, wait for us to go in and then leave. But then Fubuki was still watching, so there's a lot of holes in that theory. But okay, there is a hiding spot, I guess.
Inside the decontamination device, we wouldn't have seen them when we arrived at the scene.
I think that's possible. How they escaped, maybe, and maybe they just ran by Fubuki and Fubuki just didn't realize. I don't know, but that would be kind of dumb.
So what? You've got
But I feel like that's not it.
wrong anyway. Everything is wrong. Your existence is all wrong. Have fun chasing that fake truth you found.
All right, well, that's where we start. Don't know if we've gotten much. We got a little bit about the airlock decontamination device, which is something that I don't, like, fully understand exactly how it works, so I think I am kind of getting it now thanks to that. We have a question now?
To defeat him this time, but it's not over yet.
He sure is persistent, huh?
Anyway, there's no doubt someone else was inside the doctor's lab. So let's unravel each mystery one at a time.
All right, we'll get it this time.
You sure will. Do you have to slash me again? Why? Was there an intruder? Yes.
Come on, why does it have to be so sudden?
Okay, now that we've wedged our way into this mystery, we just gotta head through the labyrinth and reach the truth.
The only way that there would be not an intruder is if somebody stayed in the lab with Dr. Weska for like 4 months, which I refuse to believe that that's the case. I just refuse to believe that. Yes. That's literally what we just, like, proved.
We're just now getting to the point. What a pain.
Sometimes I can try and, like, overthink things and talk my way out of, like, something, like, very straightforward and obvious, but, like, this has to be the most straightforward, obvious, like, question so far.
This is a good thing.
Sorry.
Anyway, let's head inside.
All right, inside we go.
There was an intruder for sure. We know someone bumped into Amapau.
The culprit probably hit Amapau on their way out.
Probably.
After that, they must have intended to leave the lab, but they couldn't because we were in the front chamber. So they hid inside the decontamination device to avoid us.
Maybe I'm misremembering. Did we all go in and then we all came back out and that's when Fubuki was put on duty? Because if that's what happened and I'm just misremembering, then there was a time when nobody was guarding out front. But I really thought Fubuki stayed outside the entire time, but I might just be wrong about that.
So, if you checked inside the decontamination device on the way to the scene, you would have caught the culprit then and there.
Yeah, but it was an emergency and we had no idea they were in there.
Yeah, like, how would you know to check that?
It's super lame to make up excuses, Master.
It's not an excuse.
I mean, it kind of is, but...
If I had thought about why Amapau was knocked over at that time, I would have realized the culprit was in there. We could have waited in ambush or searched for them. And if I'd caught the culprit then, Chief Yako wouldn't have gotten stabbed.
Master, wallowing in regret is even lamer. If you have time for that, you have time to keep going.
Yeah, I mean, what if the culprit just stabbed all of us instead, you know? And then everybody died. It's not like Yomi or any of the peacekeepers would have cared if it was just the detectives that died. It would have been an easy crime to get away with. But, yeah. Okay, I'm just gonna hope that maybe I misremembered and maybe we did all go check the lab and Fubuki was just put on guard afterwards. Because that has to be it. Otherwise, it still doesn't work.
Really? Another fork in the path.
Oh, there's always forks in the path. Get used to it. How did the culprit enter the lab? Great question.
Seems like we're finally at the central question. This is the first step to solving how the culprit committed an impossible murder.
I'll leave the rest to you. I'm going to read a book or something.
You can bring your own stuff into the Mystery Labyrinth?
He's just special.
He sure is. Okay. Could not have been invited by the doctor. We know that because there would have been a log of the security being shut off, which there was not. So that is the most impossible one. Never entered in the first place. There's probably some way where that could work, but I don't think we have any evidence that leads to that. But that could be one of those like twist things where it's like, oh, that is actually how it happened, but I don't see how. So deactivated security by cutting power must be it, despite the fact that we know that it has its own power thing. And I don't know for sure if the security log would take a note of the power being cut off. Yeah, I don't know for sure, but this is what I'm going with because it makes the most sense. But there's like a 15% chance that this is wrong. So I'm fairly confident that it has to be this. Whoa, this is spooky.
Use the blackout to slip past security and into the lab.
Yeah.
That answer is pretty simple. Almost too simple.
I know. That's why I'm a little nervous. Okay. We are able to go forward. There is a door there. Oh no.
Guess you were wrong, Yuma. Well, I already knew that before you entered.
I thought you were going to sit and read your book. Why would you come in with us?
What? Why didn't you tell me?
You wanted me to tell you? You should have said so earlier. People only grow by learning from past mistakes, which is why I purposely...
Oh gosh.
Master, we have to get out of here!
How do we get out?
Use logic to show how this route is the wrong one!
All right, I'll try.
Okay. Maybe all three of them are wrong routes. Because if we have to like prove why it's the wrong one, maybe they're all going to be proven as the wrong one. Okay.
The doctor said the critical lab was on a separate grid, and the lab switchboard wasn't in the electrical room. The security wouldn't shut off, even if there was a blackout in the building.
All right, so we got that. So is this just gonna take us back?
Well,
No.
I may have messed up, but at least we got a little closer to the truth.
That must be the way that the game wanted me to pick then, because otherwise it would have forced me to pick one of the other options.
Maybe, but if you hadn't messed up in the first place, you wouldn't have to come up with such a lame excuse.
I mean, unless this is just a very long, convoluted way to get me back to the same room.
I'll do better next time.
Let's see. If it takes me back to the same room, then I'll know that I need to pick something else. Otherwise, I'm just going to assume that this is the way that the game meant for me to go. We'll see. Really just depends on what's behind this door. Ooh, alright. So it is just wrong. Okay. Well. I don't see how either of these could be it. But we are going to try probably both of them. I think we're going to do it on the next time. I'm going to keep thinking about this, because never ended in the first place doesn't make sense, because, like, the culprit had to get in there. So, I don't see any logic that we could use for that. But then, invited in by the doctor, like, who would the doctor invite in? It don't make any sense. But who knows? I will make my decision on the next time. Hopefully you are looking forward to that. So let me know. I'll see you then. To them. Peace out.